Yeah, that's different, isn't it?
Well, guys, here we are. January, February, March. April auction. April auction.
April.
I know. You have to keep reminding yourself where you've got to.
I know.
April auction is looming. We open the doors to you next week, I think. Next
Wednesday.
Week. We've had to just reduce that viewing period a little bit, just to help with logistics and just so that we're ready. So we're trying to accommodate you as much as we can.
There's still a week's worth of viewing.
That's right. There's still plenty of time.
So you've still got plenty of days to come down and have a look and check out bits. So there still is, there's still the week's worth, including the Saturday morning. So.
And we have got, of course, quite a mix again. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Everything as usual. Bit of all sorts. Bit of all sorts of eras. All sorts of motors. Weird and wonderful.
I know I walked through either this morning or yesterday, I can't remember. I walked through the line here and walked through the line where we're going to go in a minute over at Mix there. And I thought, do you know what? It's a real good selection again. Real good selection again. Not blowing our own trumpet, but I think we do really well to turn it around like we do, and to constantly have a good selection of cars for people. And a good selection, like you say. I mean, look at what we've got here. We've got a Chop Mini. We've got a pre-war. Or a TC. So just post-war. A yellow XK. Where do you find a yellow XK? They're just not, the first time I've seen a yellow one. Low mileage Volvo, an Army Jeep.
Two Army Jeeps.
We've got two Army Jeeps. Oh, there's another one somewhere, is there? Another one over there. Yeah. We have just literally got a bit of something for everyone again. This Granada's nice, incidentally. Yeah.
Great, aren't they?
Oh, lovely these. I watch them every morning on Sweeney. Yeah. Yeah, every morning.
You're not sick of watching that?
No, I can watch it until the cows come home.
Oh.
No, every morning I watch it. Every morning I think, I wish I was born 20 years earlier.
That era.
Yeah, 20 years earlier.
Yeah, that era.
But no, some cracking stuff. Look, Javelin there as well. That's a real unusual car. The Celica, very unusual. You probably get one of them every 5 years, something like that. So really unusual, that. Minis, we've got plenty of Minis as usual. I think Mick's got a big line of Minis over there again.
Yeah, we get a fair share of Minis.
We've got some nice Morris Minor Travellers. And this is nice as well, the little Metro. I don't think it's a GTA, I think it's a little Sport, isn't it? Yeah, Sport. They did a Sport and a GTA, which were fairly similar. Just done put a few extras on them and bits and pieces. Yeah, little Metro Sport. Yeah, Jack's mum had one when we first got together. I bought her one. Jack and Amy's mum. Same colour, same thing as that. I think hers might have been a GTA, with just a few little extra spoilery bits on it, but same thing. Yeah, and my old favourite.
I knew it. I knew you couldn't walk past it.
My old favourite. I think it should be Law. I think it should be Law. It soon will be Law, in all fairness, if the Labour get their way, or if government in general. It's going to be like Russia, innit, where you all drive around in Trabants. That's all. The only choice you've got is the colour, grey or dark grey or light grey. I think it should be the law that we should all have one of them.
Right.
I could live with that.
Could you? The
law is we all have one of them and a Honda C90 step-through. That's it. No more. Mint, isn't it?
No.
Oh, that's a great idea, that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So if it's raining, you go out in your 2CV. If it's not, you go on your step-through. Winner, isn't it?
No, you're all right.
Brilliant.
You're all right.
Absolutely brilliant. I think that's a good idea. I think that's going to gain some legs, that idea, to be honest with you. I think it is. Definitely.
I'll break some.
I've got CI5 over there and here, haven't I? I've got Cowley, Granada, and I've got Regan and the lads in the Sweeney, and then I've got Bodie and Dora in the Capri. Hey, you see why I'm linking all these cars?
You need to get out more. Either that or get a license for that TV and watch the current TV.
So if I'm not watching them on the TV of a morning while I'm having me boiled eggs, I'm watching them over there. So, yeah.
No, you have to get out more, mate.
Then I have to.
You have to.
Then I'll wake up and have
Next
to
thing, you're going to be falling in love with a wedge.
16,000 mile Metro. A lovely. We've got loads of Escorts about this time. We must have 7 or 8 Mark 1s and Mark 2s. Some really nice Mark 1s and Mark 2s. Probably one of the nicest ones available today is the orange one over there that the Bangers and Cash team have just spent well, I don't even go down that road, but they just
No, don't add it
I
up.
think they've already remortgaged their houses, I think, to do the restoration on that one over there. Yeah. One owner.
Is it?
Now, we do lots of these. GTCs and GTs, the most fantastic value for money. One owner, technically, husband and wife. So, obviously, husband buys it new. Sadly, we lost husband, and then Mavis then has to do the change of ownership into her name. One owner, and I think you'll find it's 6,000 miles.
To be fair, yeah.
Can't think if it's 6 or
Press something
9.
else.
I think it's 6,000 miles.
Right, I'll take your word for it. You've got to press something on here, haven't you?
Yeah, it's either 6 or 9. I'm sure it's 6,000 miles. Probably the most genuine, nicest GTCs you're going to buy today in the UK. There.
It's a lovely car,
There
that
you
is
go.
for sure.
Yeah.
Ah, 9,000 there.
9,000.
9,500 miles.
9,000 miles. And certainly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the loss of, I believe Mavis, forgive me,
By
but I
the
think it's
time-
Michael. I think it was the husband.
This time next week, Weezy will have worked down this row and have that cleaned up.
Bit of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he pulls his finger out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And do you know what? Again, probably the most sensibly
Genuine.
priced RS Cosworth in the country. So we've got the most sensibly priced RS Cosworth in the country, without doubt. Can you buy a better one? Yes. Are they a lot more money? Yes. Is that fantastic value? Yes. So
Has it
come
not
down
been
and have a look at
fairly
that.
long-term ownership?
Yeah, I think it's had a few changes in the family. I think if one member wanted to borrow a bit of money, maybe it's okay, but
That rings a bell.
you
I
know,
did
but
speak to him.
I want
yeah.
the car in my name and all that to palaver. So it sort of stayed within the family, and I think the family of that's
Sort of moved throughout
yeah,
the family.
I think the family wanted it to stay within the family, so it sort of moved about a little bit. But there you go. So one of the most sensible, if probably the most sensibly priced three-door in the UK, probably the lowest mileage Bentley in the UK, probably the nicest Mexico in the UK. Yeah. So yeah, we're and then that's not even getting anywhere near the fantastic DB6 Mark II over there, £200,000 Aston over there, which is a stunning car.
Line of
Stunning car.
E-types, look, 3 of them.
I know E-types, we're breeding E-types. You turn your back and there's more. So I think we've got maybe half a dozen E-types floating about of all different levels and prices and bits and pieces.
Land Rover will take some topping.
Probably one of the best long wheelbase Land Rovers in the UK. Yeah.
I hope he hasn't added up what he's spent on that.
And then, oh, I know. And then GT40 replica. That's going to cause a bit of interest as well. That's stunning. And then,
Oh, we've glanced past
what
the
I've been building up
Escort
to is probably one of the nicest Rovers, the P5B. They're probably one of the nicest Rovers in the family, in the country, sorry. Been in the family for 30 odd years, I think it is. Again, sadly only here because they lost Dad. There it is. Lots and lots and lots of lovely comments on social media about it. One or two idiots. Absolute
Well,
idiots.
you've got to have a few idiots, haven't you?
Idiots.
It's the law, but...
Idiots. Idiots with prices, idiots with comments, idiots with advice, and you click on their profile, they've got 27 friends. That's it. And that's out the whole world. They've got 27 friends, and there they are commenting stupid comments about... I'll tell you what one comment was, and you can tell I'm really annoyed about it. One comment was, it was the wrong auction house to go to because Derek doesn't like them.
Is that right?
Now, that would probably be one of our father's most favourite cars.
I would think so, yeah.
And some moron on there has put, Derek doesn't like Rovers, shouldn't have gone there, blah, blah, blah. I mean, these
Beggars
people should be
belief,
locked
doesn't
up. In fact, he probably is locked up by now because that
probably
comment was
is
at 10
locked
o'clock this
up.
morning, so they probably caught up with him by now.
With any luck.
Yeah. And it won't make its money at Mathewsons, and they're only going to have a handful of buyers for it. Fortunately, there were some other comments that said, like, what page are you on?
Don't be so
It's a
daft.
worldwide audience. It will do very well. They're probably the most known auction centre in the country. So at least there is some sensible people on there.
Absolutely. So we thank you
But-
for them nice comments. Well done.
Yes. But what a lovely car. Now, Ken's given it a coat of wax this morning. I'm going to do the video on it in a minute. But
You've driven it.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
You should have done.
I should have done,
You'd
I know.
fall in love with it again.
I should have done, but I
bet.
didn't.
I bet it drives lovely, because they do, don't they?
But isn't she lovely?
Yes.
Yeah, lovely.
To be fair, if you were going to spec one, that's the car, innit? That's the colour.
That's the colour. Colour combination, yeah. Just a lovely, lovely car. I think that will go 20 north.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. Again, there was 1 or 2 lunatics that said they'd never seen one over 15. I thought, well, you better get out more then, because there's a few out there.
Because they're out there, aren't they?
I think we had probably one of the best in the country. Remember Dad's one? The one with the Isle of Man plates on.
All right, yeah,
that
yeah.
I delivered to the most lovely collector down in London, who I'm sure will still have it now. I went into his building on a busy road in London, and there's a roller shutter door, and the building went like that. It was a TARDIS like here. And I said to the guys that were there, I said, oh, I said, you do storage? Yeah, yeah. I said, what, for anyone? No, he said, one man.
All right.
They were all that man that we dealt with.
Right.
Lovely man. And that was probably one of the best in the country. That is in the top 5%.
It's a nice car.
It's
a lovely old car.
Just a really bright, lovely car. Nice car. So that should do really well, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
And this is an unusual car, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be rusty and rotten. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly
F-type
so.
Victor, mind your knee when you get in
I'll
it.
tell you what else, I know I'm rabbiting on too much, guys.
Addy car got it running.
That needs a comment. I know we don't big ourselves up, and I'm not bigging ourselves up for the sake of it, but one of the nicest XK150s I've seen ever.
It's a nice car.
A lovely, genuine car. A lovely, lovely car.
How long has it been stood?
I don't think that long.
Right.
I think that perhaps, again, deceased estate, sadly, I got the impression it was maybe 2 or 3 years.
Right.
But the more time you spend around it, the more you fall in love with that car.
Yep.
It was absolutely lovely. Really nice. If I was ever going to buy one, that's the one to buy. It's an older restoration. It's mellowed. It's lovely. It's absolutely fantastic. And Paul got it running yesterday. Brilliant car.
Sweet as a nut.
So you start looking around here, and we've got some hellish cars.
A couple of Escort Cosworths.
We've got 2 of those. Lovely boy.
Oh, we've got some shrubs.
Oh, good boy. I saw you at the other end. He's treating.
As you, we're down on bikes a little bit then. Maybe 10 or a dozen light.
I think we probably are, but then the fact that Alan's decided to set them out a bit differently, so we've got a bit more access. So I think a bit of both, really. I think we're probably down maybe 10 or a dozen bikes.
He's had a good tidy up here.
And we've had a tidy up.
Yeah.
And we've laid them out, and Alan and Andy have laid them out a bit differently, so we've got some more room. Yeah. But bikes are really difficult at the moment, guys. We're both having to turn bikes away, sadly, because owners' expectations are still a little high. The bike job is just, it's on the floor, isn't it, really?
It's very hard, put it that way. Yeah.
Bikes have really leveled out, So sadly, owners that have purchased bikes 2 or 3 years ago, yes, they've gone from 4,000 to 2,000. They really have. So we're having to say, sit on them for the time being, see where we go. That's the advice that we're giving, and go from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the one thing that sticks out is that.
Mobility scooter. Well, is it a mobility scooter? Is it a car? What
I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's an electric something or other. And more importantly, we've got a family, we're in communication with a family who want to do something about it with regards to buying it, whatever, whose father is 110 years old. Yeah, 110 years old. So I don't know how true that is.
And they want to take him out?
I think they just want to send him off in it.
Just
off you go. Yeah,
round the coast.
See how far you get. Yeah.
Coast to coast.
Yeah, so so that would be an interesting one to follow, wouldn't it?
110, he would be interesting to follow, wouldn't he? 110.
Oh, obviously, you're following very slowly.
Yeah.
But but nonetheless, 110. Yeah, 110. That's what they've told the girls in the office. But having said that, hang on a minute. What date are we on? It's about the 3rd or 4th.
Something like that.
So that means that April 1st was a few days ago.
To be fair, I'm not buying the 110 bit if I'm being completely honest.
Which means April Fool's Day on the 1st, so it might be.
Yeah.
It might be one of them, you never know.
110's nearly a record,
It might be. That's
Can't
even
be far
older
off.
than Sooty who works in the office.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Couple of years on Sooty.
Yeah. So I know some nice bikes. I think you did a bit of filming with that little Yami.
The little TY80 has just been out and restored up by the Bangers and Cash crew. And they haven't overdone it. They purposely didn't go too balmy because, of course, the first youngster to ride it's going to fall off it and damage it, aren't they? Because they do. I did, you did, Charlie did, Kate did. But they made a nice job, and it starts like that.
There's 2 more here.
And yeah, there's 2 more down here. And as usual, some modern bits, some older bits, some step-throughs, bit of all sorts.
Jesus, that's seized up.
That's been stood a while, that one.
That was, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that one has.
Yeah, that won't go very quick.
No. Yeah, we've had a good number of them running.
I like anything a bit different like that, like army bikes and stuff.
Yeah, you
Just
like
something a bit
uniforms,
different.
that's what it is. It's
That's
the
what it is.
uniform appeal.
Women in uniform.
Yeah, that's it. That's
it
what
is.
you're thinking.
Well, they have an attraction, don't they? Yeah, no, a bit of all sorts. But this, it's arguably a good time at the moment because this British iron is such good value. This line of bike, I mean, there's a Kawasaki, I know there's 1 or 2 Jap bikes in there, but apart from the Kawasaki, we've got a big line of British bikes here. You can buy the most lovely British bike now for £3,000. A lovely British bike.
It's almost a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, but having said that, you can buy a lovely Japanese bike for £3,000 as well. It is a buyer's market at the moment.
Do you think there's more bikes than buyers?
Yeah, I think there possibly is.
I think there is on that sort of gear that you're lent on there.
On this
and
here
I'm lent on here. Here we go.
I must admit, the little lightweight Japanese stuff, when I see a little lightweight, little 125, little 200, little 250, 175 Jap bike come in, with electric start and all the rest of it, I think, oh yeah, that'll be okay. When you see one of these pop up on the screen, that's obviously kickstart and heavy and lumbersome and all the rest of it, you think you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle because the lads that were buying these 10, 15 years ago were like 60 odd. They're now 70, 75. They don't want to mess around with one of these. No.
Well, they can't.
They can't.
Half of them. Half of
they
them.
can't.
They do, but
they'd
they can't.
love to, but yeah, but unfortunately age catches up with you. So they can't. So
anyway, let's have a
bit of
look
all
in Unit 2. Oh, there's 3.
we worked our way through our big rack of choppers, you know. We've only got a handful left, I think.
Yeah.
We had a full rack up there of choppers. I think we cornered the market in choppers at one point, but we worked our way through them. We had a lovely sale last time, I know, with all the kids' petrol cars and pedal cars and stuff. Oh, some fantastic ones. There's a little selection there coming for this next sale. I think I bought that red one up there to put on display in the showroom. Andy, did I buy that red Mini Moto? Thought I did. Yeah, I had a brainwave about putting it on display in the office. Yeah, I thought I'd put it up in reception. Put it up somewhere or hang it up somewhere. Yeah, it's like new, isn't it? It's crazy, isn't it? You buy all this stuff that you wanted when you were kids, don't you? You know, mental stuff, yeah. Cool. Yeah, they're nice cabinet. They're good value for money, a nice cabinet like that. Ooh.
Good boys.
A nice cabinet like that, which is a nice display piece in the back of your workshop or garage. They're like £150, £200. Cheap, really.
Not a lot of money, is it?
No, it's not. Cheap they are. They are cheap.
Good boys. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I wander across
Little runabout for you, look.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah. Wander into Unit 2.
A little cherry.
A little cherry.
Look at her.
That's got Kate's name all over that.
No, and
Well, what more do you want for it? It's nice and safe, isn't it, to go around your field?
she ain't bothered about that. She rolled the quad the other day. She jumped off. She hurt her arm, hurt her leg. Put it back on its wheel. She jumped on it, set off again. So go steady.
Well, there you go. Roll cage, harnesses, bucket seats, sump guard. What more do you want? If you don't buy it for Kate, you want to buy it for Anne. She'd love that.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, she'd thank me for that.
Oh, wouldn't she? She'd be over the moon.
Yeah.
That's different, isn't it? I tell you what, it is different though, isn't it?
We don't see them, that's for sure.
Well, they all rotted away, didn't they?
Yeah. It'd be a good, reliable little runabout, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the old and he falls and horse. That wants some livery on it, doesn't it, that one? Yeah.
It's crying for
That's
it, isn't it?
crying out for, some name on it.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's going to be Mathewson's name on
No,
it, but
it's
it wants
not.
some name on it. It's not.
No.
No, it's not going to be Mathewson's
No.
name on it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Amy's little Audi. Amy's upgraded and gone to a slightly newer Audi, so her little Audi's coming in. That's coming in the sale. Good little car, that. I'm trying desperately to think of an excuse to keep that little car. It's been such a good little car for her. But that's that. Oh. Aston, we're having a bit of a change around. We're clearing some stuff out from Thornton, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just having
a move around.
Slight.
So there's one or two of our bits in it. We bought that probably, I know it wants to wipe off.
It does, yeah.
We bought that, what, 6 or 7 years ago? And
All of that.
Probably more like 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think the last time I went out on it, apart from an MOT the other day, was 4 or 5 years ago. So, so yes, the Aston is just there, not being used.
We've got 3 or 4 Astons in this sale, haven't we? This one, that one, DB.
Yeah, number plate. I'm taking my number plate off of that one as soon as I get round to it. Lovely project stag. You said the Stag's probably one of the best you've seen underneath.
Underside, from what I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll make a good project for someone.
It will.
Because all the hard work's been done.
Yeah. The old camper, I like the old camper.
You're not going to find a better one underneath there.
Not under there, you're not?
No.
No way.
No. Definitely not.
Very, very sound underneath.
Nice is that, isn't it?
Yeah, make a good car. Yeah.
TR6 looks
good
straight.
Weekends to be adding that.
Probably memorable weekends is probably the way. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you know, Derek's going around the country now, isn't he? With George and Mildred, the old Land Rover. Yeah, I bet you wish he was in that.
Yeah, to be fair, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. It's very 50s, isn't it? It's just great.
Who would be all over that if he was here?
I said it on the video. I know, I said the very same thing.
Oh yeah, our granddad, he was into stuff like that in a big way.
Oh, we'd have been all over it, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
All over it.
Yeah, we'd have all been fighting over who's going to buy it for him. Yeah. He would, wouldn't he? He'd been all over that.
Not half. Yeah.
I can
not
just
ready
see,
to go anywhere. He didn't go anywhere in them, really, did he?
Oh, no, he wouldn't go anywhere. No. Go down to Clacton. He'll go down to Clacton probably one weekend a year.
How far was that?
100 mile.
All right, as far as that. Yeah.
Go down to Clacton one weekend a year, or down to Brightlingsea.
Yeah, I heard Brightlingsea mentioned a fair bit.
Yeah, go down to Brightlingsea, yeah. He'd set off on the Thursday, and then 9 times out of 10, we would then set off. We'd go down and see him. Not that we didn't see him much, I just about lived with him. We'd set off on Saturday night and go down and see him. Go out and have a bit of fish and chips. Then we'd come home and they'd come home Sunday. Yeah, bonkers really.
Brilliant.
Yeah, bonkers, but
brilliant.
Lovely times. Lovely times. So yeah, good luck. Are we going to wander up and have a look at number 3, finish off? Yeah.
Oh, we're full up then?
Yeah, so a mixed bag as well. Yeah, we are full. We're full again. We're always full. We're full again. So we have a bit of all sorts. Obviously what we tend to do, or try to do is keep the better soft top stuff or whatever in the sheds. But then there's always a bit of an overflow of bits that ideally we would have see inside. Little Fiesta's a stunning little car. The Jag's a lovely car. I went for a little trundle down to Thorntondale in that when it arrived the other day. Drives lovely.
Does it?
Lovely, yeah. Yeah, really well. I need to go and get me soup for my dinner, and there was no car about, and he just dropped it off, so I thought he won't mind me going for a little trundle down to Thorntondale in it, so I did. Yeah. Very unusual that, the old Peugeot.
You don't see any 405s.
You don't see any 405s. There's a bit of all sorts in there. There's a cracking Defender over there, some vans, mini convertibles. There literally is a bit of everything. The Mercedes motorhome over there is a cracker. That's going to cause some interest, and that's very sensible prices that over there. Very sensible.
Did you have time to nip up the road?
I've got to video that, and I've got to video this.
Drives lovely.
Does it?
I only been up the street, only just up the top here. You remember we had a red one that came in from Thornton, I brought it up here.
Yeah.
Drove lovely. Drives lovely.
You could go home in that then.
Oh, sold on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. How much is it?
45, I think.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, no, I am actually sold on that. I really rate that car. Certainly on the drive of it.
Yeah, no, it looked like it was going
to. I don't know the history, I haven't checked it out, but it was down there. Graham wanted to put it on the wash down there, and it wouldn't start. Well, he hadn't pressed the immobiliser button, and I thought, well, while I'm in it, I might as well just give it a quick spin. And literally top of the estate and back down, there isn't a squeak, there isn't a rattle, it's as tight as a drum. Absolutely lovely.
You'll know the owner, he's a big collector, and we've got about, I think we've got probably as many as 10 coming through, not Escort Cosworths, but 10. He's just having a little bit of a change of direction. Basically, he's got his collection in some units that it's crazy because there's people that want to rent the units and he can't let them out because he's got all his cars and toys in. So he said this is a bit crazy really. So he's just having a little bit of a change of direction and he's going to concentrate on the commercial building side of his business. And like he said I can always come back in later on.
Yeah, yeah.
So so reluctantly.
Well, if that's a taster of what else is to come,
yeah,
just tell him to keep bringing them because
yeah.
I'm genuinely taken with that.
It looks right. It looks like it's going to be right.
It's lovely.
It drive nice.
But it does drive well. Yeah.
I know.
But anyway, that's that.
So yeah, Escort, one of the nicest little XR2s you'll see.
Yeah.
Absolute beauty. That's nice, is that?
And I think that's about one family from you, the little Bravo.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah. Special little thing. Yeah. Lovely.
Oh, G-Wagon slipped in. I missed that one.
Yeah, wants a bit of a refurb, but
Yeah.
but
It's
it
the
is
right
a
model.
turbo.
Yeah, right model.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right model is that as well, isn't it? The G-Wagon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice P5. That's a nice car, Paul. XJ's nice.
There's a better brown one down there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay, that's a nice car though.
Yeah.
That's nice. Mercedes
Shooting brake.
AMG. Oh, do you know what? You'll have to check out my video on that because Mick and I did a video between us and I thought this is going to be funny because I said we started doing the video and Mick said, do you want me to swing it? Do you want me to start it? And I thought, this is going to be TV gold, this is. So Michael over there, like, turns on a few buttons, presses a few things, gets hold of the lever. And I thought, here we go.
The lever, the handle.
Here we go. He's going to end up breaking his thumb on camera here. And I tell you what, he went, dun boom, 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 boom. My chin at the floor, I said, bloody hell, Michael. And he went, I know, look at that. And honestly, it started easier than an Austin 7. It just went, boom. I mean, you wouldn't have to take your missus out to start it. Honestly, you will be able to start that, no problem at all. Honestly, yeah. That is, and that ticked over there like a little
I know, I watched him in with it. It ran lovely.
And I was like, yeah. And then there's Michael there.
It hasn't got a starter, has it?
With his chest out. No, it got started, so you got to swing it. Yeah. There's little Michael there, little grinning away. Like he was proud as punch, he was. He was proud as punch, yeah, yeah. It's funny, yeah. I know. We touched on some of the cars in Unit 1 down there, and I think we've got one of the nicest GTCs, one of the nicest XK150s, one of the nicest Rover P5s. We've also got, arguably, the nicest Saab.
Yep.
Because this is an ex-Bangers and Cash car. This is the same collection, the same stable, the same quality of car as the Escort Cosworth.
Yeah.
So you just touched on there, if the rest of the collection are as good as that.
All right. There you go.
There you go.
I weren't far wrong then, was I?
So,
yep.
Came through the system, bought by the Bangers and Cash team. From memory, they then spent something like £40,000 on it.
Something like that. It was a lot of money.
Or they had £40,000 in it. I don't know, but whatever. There was a load of money, and then it's been in the collection the last few years. So, if there's one car that you needn't really travel to see,
that's it.
It's that one.
Yeah.
But I still suggest you do travel to see it. Yeah. Jeep. You want a ladder to get in the Jeep?
Yeah, you do that one. You want a milk crate with you.
I know. Mint, innit?
Do you know what though?
I
went up the street in that and it drives lovely.
Did it?
I know.
Because I said to Mick,
I said to Mick, have you driven this? Because I bet it's horrible. And he said, yeah, I've been up the street. Yeah, go out in it. He said, go out in it. And I tell you what,
right.
You could have carried on home in it, could you not, Mike? Yes, lovely. Yeah, but it does drive well. For a lifted Jeep, drives really well. Yeah, yeah.
Like you say, normally speaking, by the time you start changing them all about, they change.
And most of them are awful.
They look great, but drive terrible, don't they?
Yeah, no, drives well, that.
That looks level. That looks level, Michael, for a Stag. Yeah, it's a clean old Stag, isn't it? Yeah, clean Stag. Yeah, nice. And not only the nicest XK, the nicest this, the nicest Saab, which is a statement which is honest and truthful, probably the nicest Land Cruiser in the country for sale. Yeah.
I know.
Look at that.
I know. As far as Land Cruisers go, as far as anything goes.
In the world, yeah, in the world of Land Cruisers.
You were going to have to go and look at a lot before you find a better one.
I think he's had it, has he had it not almost from you? Well, nearly from you. I think he bought it with about 9,000 miles on, didn't he, I think?
He certainly hadn't done many.
No.
He's done about 109 now on it.
Yes.
And just
absolutely
nurtured. Look at it. It's lovely.
In the world of Land Cruisers, like those two guys there wanted to see it, and I just said to them, didn't I? I said, oh, you've come to see the world's nicest Land Cruiser, have you? Because it is absolutely stunning. There's 20 years worth of ownership there waiting, isn't there?
Definitely, definitely, without
That's one
doubt.
to watch. It's coming with a very, very sensible reserve, which obviously means we can then add a very sensible guide. Where do you think that'll go?
I think
money-wise, I'm talking, not location, but money-wise.
Yeah, I'll tweak that. I think it's going to go somewhere. I could see it doing 22, 25.
Yeah.
I could, because of the condition of it.
I reckon it'll go to 20, and then there'll be a little bit of a bum fight at the end as to who's going to be the one who's going to come out smiling.
Yeah, I would agree, because you've just got to look round it. That's as bad as it gets.
Yeah.
It is, honestly, he was gutted with that.
I know, the way you need a magnifying glass. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. There's a mark on that bumper corner, and that is as poor as the car gets. That's the negative.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really is. Take the time to come and see, and you will see what we mean.
Yes,
Because you don't really get to. We, as a rule, don't get particularly excited with a Toyota Land Cruiser. You know, you don't.
Well, because most of them are rubbish.
Because, exactly right. Yeah, 12 out of 12 of them have lived a life.
Yeah.
And this one comes along, and it's just been his baby, isn't it?
She's lovely. She really is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really is nice. Another Sierra Cosworth. Oh, that's come from the south coast. That one. That one's come from down in Devon and Cornwall. That way down there, and retired owner. Had it for a long while. Almost had it from new, I think. So again, we didn't touch on. There's another grey one and another
Got a
blue
water
one.
leak, that one, look.
Pardon?
Got a water leak, that one.
This one has. He hasn't done much in recent
Put a
times,
ball
I
under
think.
it, radiator or a hose or something there.
Right. But a real genuine car that's come from a mature owner, that car, together with there's a blue one and a grey one in Unit 1. There's a one lady owner one down there, which is again nice. But again, in the world of Sierra Cosworths, which are normally messed around with different radio speakers, yes, that's a dead straight car. Yeah, I had one similar colour to that. Do you remember?
I do. Same wheels.
Yeah, I did have them wheels on it.
You
as
did,
well,
yeah. I
That's
like
right,
them wheels. They're my favourites, really.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
And we go all modern with a couple of these. Yeah, Bullet Mustang, which is unusual. They only made a limited run of those, obviously in green, obviously to commemorate the film, the Bullet and everything else. That's a lovely car. The RS, never got round to owning one of them. I nearly bought one back in the day when they first launched them.
Easy time London, dear.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I do like them. I do like them. I haven't studied them where they're going money-wise, but I think they've sort of levelled out a bit, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they'll, yeah.
Jeanette in the office has got one same colour. She's had it almost from new,
She
I
loves
think.
hers. She has
And she
it
loves
from
it,
new.
yeah.
Yeah.
As did she buy it new.
I think it was new. Yeah.
No, she loves hers and uses it just about every day, doesn't she?
Yep.
She likes that.
Yeah.
And then the really nice Alpha. And then, am I guessing that's a Ferrari, Michael?
Look at him.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why we're sheeted up, Mick?
Yeah, he's very protective of the Ferrari, so we should be.
You got a thing about it, have you?
We're very protective of everybody's cars. But look at that, that's a lovely car, isn't it? Look at that. Wow. Hey, that's got my name on it.
It'll mess your hair up.
I feel I tickle the box, don't I? I'm overweight, over old, and no hair. So the next thing, and I'm having a midlife crisis.
Perfect.
There, isn't it?
I'll tell you this.
They're all the ducks in line.
Except one.
Money. Oh no, but then I'm going to have a bigger midlife crisis and go continental touring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
So you
all I
have to have a
need-
marker post here, you
Well,
will.
I know.
Yeah.
All I need here is is a dolly bird, don't I? But that
You know
comes.
what? Blonde and...
Well, if you have to, but that comes apparently. So
that comes
with
with the car.
It comes with the car. Yeah. Well, you see them, so they must come with cars.
They must do.
Because every fat old bloke who's got one of these has one.
Has got one.
So, yeah. He
Oh,
always
well, get the car and then, yeah.
advertise for the advertise for the
yeah.
passenger. Yeah.
Advertise for the blonde.
Yeah, spot on that, isn't it? You can cover that back up, Michael. Yeah. No, she's lovely. No, she's nice, is that? Yeah, and then that about sums it up, I suppose. Another Rover. Oh, we've got two of these. Is this the 2600 that came in? It's not.
No. She's Vitesse.
There is, again, one of the nicest SD1s I've seen for a while, the 2600 that's come in. that arrived that the front camera team are filming. Drove over, Alistair drove it over from Ripon.
I think I did the video
on
of it.
Wednesday, Thursday.
I've done so many videos I can't remember.
That's a nice car. Yeah. Again, one of those cars, guys, here for a reason. The reason being, sadly, no longer with us, the owner. So, as we keep saying, if you've got this urge to get that, whatever it might be, speedboat, camper van, motorbike, classic car, villa in Spain, holiday, whatever. I know we ought to take a leaf out of our own books, and we will do when we get a little bit older, won't we? But crack on and do it, because again, the Rover down there is here for a deceased estate. You know, we could probably walk around another 10 nice cars that are here today
for all the wrong reasons
because of deceased estates. You know, on one hand, thankfully they've been there, they've done it, they've had it. I just feel sorry for those that put it off too late. And you get he would have loved that.
I know.
He would have loved this, you know. And it's always us blokes that pop off, as a rule.
Wow.
So if you're thinking about having a go, not just for our sake, but just for life in
Whatever
general.
Whatever it may be.
Just for life, not for us. I don't mean it.
Might just be a golf course membership. Get on
yeah,
and do it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mean it financially and for us in the slightest. I just mean for life. You know, just get on and make the most of it, because it's not a rehearsal. So
you're not guaranteed tomorrow.
There's two sure things in life. There's one, you're going to die, and the second one, your flat roof's always going to leak. So there you go. It's a bit of advice then. Yeah, that was your what do they call it? The customer service announcement.
Customer service.
Yeah, there you go. So come down, guys. Anyway, we open on Wednesday. So we open on, I think it's the 9th, I think, from memory. We open on Wednesday for viewing, where we're going to be, obviously we'll all be about to help you as best we can. So we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then we've got Saturday half day, then we've got a little tickle on the Monday, the Tuesday for the late ones, and then bash, we're at it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on the rostrum, and see what we can do.
Absolutely.
So thanks ever so much for watching, guys. We really do appreciate you tuning in, and yeah, be careful, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.
Over and out.